Play at the casino. Kind of places he plays. Thank you for doing this. I think it's a great start to a longer process, and I will look forward for a proposal for the next class to take this project forward. Our next team is EcoWise, and I want to have them come up. EcoWise focus on sustainability and green issues, and they'll tell you about what they did. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Laurie Davison. We are Team EcoWise. I am from Westfield Bank, and also joining me this afternoon are Glenn Posey from Western Mass Electric, Erica Johnson from the Pioneer Valley Planning Commission, and Ben Murphy from United Way of Hampshire County, and Emmanuel Vera from Mass Mutual. So we do want to make mention for our employers because we certainly appreciate their sponsorship. Without that, we would not be here together today. And so we really look forward, and certainly congratulations to Team Woo and Titans on your great presentations. You know, throughout this 9 months, it was exciting for our process as we bring you our event today, but also not really learning a lot about what everybody else was preparing during all of this time. And we look forward to hearing what the others have to offer this afternoon once we finish our presentation. But with Team EcoWise, first of all, we do want to share our story about the work that we've done during the last 9 months in Leadership Pioneer Valley. It's hard to believe we've come today to this final presentation. Our project, the one that the 5 of us chose that was almost cut because Laura did not believe we had enough people to accomplish this. We made it. As you see on the screen right here, this was the project that we chose to learn a little bit more about. And we were tasked with what you do see on the screen to execute an event that's focused on providing information and resources on municipal energy efficiency, and specifically providing information on the Commonwealth's Green Communities program. And now we're going to have Ben step up and talk a little bit more about the Green Communities program itself.
Thank you, Laurie. In 2008, Massachusetts enacted the Green Communities Act. This act has increased energy efficiency, encouraged investment in renewable energy, and has made Massachusetts a national leader in clean energy technology. On this map, you can actually see the green communities in the Pioneer Valley. They're in green. But before we could concentrate on planning our event, we had to learn and educate ourselves more on Green Communities program and what communities were involved. These are the qualifications to become a green community. I'm not going to read them, but you can. As you can see, they're a little complex and confusing. So we decided to reach out and find regional experts regarding Green Community Program. And I'll let Erica speak more about those experts.
So identifying and then consulting with key experts in the field was a critical first step to our project process. As Ben said, the actual components of green communities are a little confusing, especially if you don't have full-time staff people or you're learning about it for the first time like we were. And we were careful to choose people who had expertise with green communities, but also had added expertise of working in communities and with communities, so we knew how to best reach our target audience. So our first priority was to meet with our issue advisor, Jonathan Edwards. He's a resident of the town of Hatfield. He also is a consultant with Smart Power. And he was able to provide a wealth of information about the Green Communities Act and work that he does and has been doing with political leaders, community participants. And after we met with him, we really realized that not all municipalities were going to have the capacity to become green communities or the community support to become green communities, and we needed to add the additional piece of energy efficiency, upgrades, programs, opportunities that were available to different communities, even if they weren't part of the Green Communities program. And that's when we met with Bob Dvorak. Bob Dvorak works with Lumiko. He's part of their conservation team. And he was able to provide us information about different programs that they have through Lumiko and different projects that they've done throughout the Commonwealth to reduce energy consumption and save municipalities millions of dollars. We then met with Catherine Rattay. She works with me at the Pioneer Valley Planning Commission, and she has been involved in the Green Communities Act since its inception. And Catherine played a key role in identifying and explaining the key barriers that keep municipalities from adopting the Green Communities program. Finally, we met with Jim Berry. Jim Berry works for the Department of Energy Resources. So Jim, again, has considerable experience with the Green Communities program, also working to actively get communities signed on, acclimated into the program, and he's worked with many of the communities involved in our region, or included in our region, excuse me. So all of our partners helped us with learning more about green communities and the different programs that are available to municipalities. Jim was really key in assisting with the planning of our events. There's a lot of things out there on energy and efficiency programs and green communities specifically, and we didn't want to simply reproduce the same thing that municipalities have been going to over and over and over again. So again, Jim was really critical there, became a key sounding board for us in the process of our project. He came to many meetings over the 9 months we spent together. He helped us promote our events, and he also participated as our moderator at the event. Next, I'm going to turn it over to Glenn, who's going to talk about our actual event.
All right, thank you, Erica. Well, as you can see, on May 9th, Team EcoWise, we got together, we presented our event, which was Going Green Simplified, Practical Advice for Becoming a Green Community. This event was made possible due to the gracious support of our sponsors, again, Mass Mutual, Western Mass Electric, and Westfield Bank, along with the support of the community leaders that Erica just mentioned, who you also see were also part of the panel experts that we used in our event. Our event was held at the Mass Mutual Center in Chicopee. We chose an evening event so that we realized that a lot of our the members within cities or towns, they're not paid municipal employees, but rather the residents that have other demands on their work hour time. Our target audience for the event were communities within the Pioneer Valley region, which included Hampton, Hampshire, and Franklin counties that had yet to achieve the green community status. Our event consisted of a short panel discussion followed by a small group breakout session where attendees could speak directly with the panel experts. You see here for our panel discussion, this piece of our event was purposely brief. We recognized that less formal interaction in small group settings would be more fruitful than simply sitting there for a lecture for 2 hours. Right? Who wants to do that? Our program panelists included, from left to right, you have Jim Berry from the Department of Energy Resources, Catherine Rattay from the Pioneer Valley Planning Commission, Bob Dvorak from Western Massachusetts Electric, and Denise Key, who is a resident of Huntington. We decided early in the process of our planning our event that we wanted to share useful and personalized information with the communities, and it felt the best way to accomplish that goal was to enlist community experts to assist. And Denise Key was a key advocate in assisting the town of Huntington to achieve green community status in 2012. So to further go through and explain the intricacies of our event, I'll turn it over to Emmanuel.
Thank you. I think I'll click, right? Yes. So, thank you so much for that. And so going into our event, our panelists addressed multiple areas of concern in becoming the green community. The first area concentrated on common barriers, including adopting the as-of-right zoning and adopting the local stretch code into the local building code, which Jim and Catherine effectively addressed. Second area was how to successfully balance limited resources to achieve the green communities designation, in which Denise shared her experiences in Huntington, where she kept an all-volunteer group engaged, along with educating the larger community on the benefits of the program. Lastly, Bob highlighted a number of successful local municipal and private projects in regards to energy efficiency and their benefits to the towns and the environment. It was very well observed that the attendees took part in in-depth conversations with our green communities, subject matter experts, in trying to figure out the best solution to their individual hurdles. I love this one because everybody gathers around the food. It's like just gather around the cheese plate, which we had our sponsors go for. Thank you. The representatives from the town of Berniston and Chicopee, which you see here, the two ladies from Berniston, seemed especially interested and invested the most time in the breakout sessions. It is our hope to one day soon read that both Berniston and Chicopee have become green communities. We produced an event that brought together community leaders from diverse municipalities throughout the Pioneer Valley, including local politicians, municipal employees, board members, community members, representatives from local agencies, and energy companies. Participants left with a better understanding of the program and how to overcome the hurdles of becoming a green community, along with the knowledge of options available to make their city and towns more energy efficient. Before the evening ended, several participants asked us if the group traveled to different locations within the Pioneer Valley to reproduce the event. This underscores the potential of this type of event and information sharing to be sustained into the future, thus furthering the hopes that it will continue to be fruitful in easing the process of a municipality becoming a green community and energy efficient. And I will pass it off to our lovely Laurie to close us out.
Emmanuel, so sweet. So we were successful, for sure. And what made us so successful? Well, first of all, we really worked together and we developed a very strong, unified group to collectively work hard towards our shared project goal. We had a great deal of respect for one another. And most importantly, we really had a good sense of humor. We laughed a lot. You may not seem it, we're all dressed in black today. But we did, and we were very effective in all of our deliveries, and were able to circle back to really accomplish the task at hand. So that certainly brought us to the success that leaves us here today. And certainly in closing, an old Chinese proverb, as one generation plants a tree, the next receives the shade. That has been our motto for the last 9 months for the most part. And certainly it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for listening to our presentation about the green communities. And it's been a pleasure being part of Leadership Pioneer Valley. And just in case anybody didn't realize, Team EcoWise is now a team of 6. With Vera.